Are you curious about what their karma is for how they treated you? In today's Pick a Card reading, we are going to see how justice is being served in the lives of those who have harmed you. This reading will have an extended, which will be available separately on Ko-fi for those of you who feel like you're getting some resonance in this particular reading and you want to go further. That is available, okay? This is a Pick a Card reading, and here's how it works. You can clear your mind and go with whichever group resonates with you the most, or you can bring the situation or the people involved to the forefront of your mind, find a place of peace inside, and then just go with whichever group your instinct draws you to, okay? This is group 1, this is group 2, and this is group 3. So clear your mind or bring the situation to the forefront of your mind, whichever works for you best. There will be timestamps in the description box, okay? Allow my intuition to help you to unlock yours. Don't claim any messages that don't feel quite right in your unique situation. But the intention for this reading is that you will get some clarity, some insight, and where you need it, some peace of mind, and maybe even closure, okay? I know how hard it can be to see or believe that people are just getting away with things after they were crappy to you. But from my experience and observation, there's always more than meets the eye. We're just going to put it like that. And today we're going to kind of look behind the curtain and see what that is. All right, I'll see you into your reading, group 1. We are going to see how justice is being served in the lives of those who may have wronged you, okay? We're going to start with an energy check, the backstory and what went down, so that you can lock in and know for sure if you are in the right group, okay? So I'm going to describe the situation. We're going to look at the energy. So show me the energy or backstory of what went down in group 1's karmic justice reading. What is the karma? What happened? What happened? Show me the energy of group 1. What happened here? You may have stepped out of your comfort zone to go towards a person, place, or a new situation, right? You may have expanded beyond what was known to you. You reached for a new opportunity. You explored the great wide world around you, or you entered into a new relationship or something like that. For some of you, you may have exited an existing relationship to take a chance on something that felt more aligned, for example. You could have believed in someone when they were offering you a committed relationship. For others of you, but I'm getting the sense that there was a need and a desire for expansion in the case of group 1, and this desire to take a new chance, to expand one's horizons and to grow, okay? And so that was the backstory or the backdrop of what went down here, where there was a betrayal that happened. Okay, let's get some more information. Show me more of the energy of the backstory, please. Clear and honest messages. Yeah, a new beginning, either starting a family, starting a relationship, but there was so much more than meets the eye in this situation. You could have been duped into a relationship under false pretenses, as an example, or you could have been love bombed into a relationship and the family members of the person who targeted you might have been in on the deception, for example, okay? And this situation could have occurred. You were willing and able to step out of your comfort zone to trust again, to love again, or to, go in a new direction. Whatever the environment was, you may have actually experienced a lot of heartbreak, loss, betrayal, sadness, or even grief before this situation came, and yet you even still decided to take a chance, and you were surrounded by untrustworthy people while being promised a new beginning, okay? Let's confirm with tarot. The backstory of what happened. The backstory of what happened. Air sign, Leo. Lord have mercy. There were people involved here. Multiple people. Okay. There could have been an age difference or children involved or something like that. Just apply that how that resonates. Okay. Okay, group 1, if this is your story, there was a powerful attraction here. There could have been an age difference or a status difference here. It could have also been that this person or this situation looked stable and steadily increasing at first. What I am getting here is there was an attraction and a promise of expansion. I am actually perceiving, group 1, apply it how it resonates, but I'm actually getting that this is you and this is the other party for some reason. It just kind of aligns that you are a very strong person, a very powerful person, a very charismatic person, but I honestly feel like you were dealing with someone that was operating through like logic or strategy or not being emotionally available. We're going to put it like that. Okay, so if this is your reading, that the thing is, there could have been gossip, third parties, backbiting, lies, okay, a lack of truth telling, conflict. So someone could have presented themselves as single. Someone could have presented themselves as available. Now, technically, they could have been available. Maybe they actually were single, but they were not actually available. Does that make sense? Like, not available to love, not available to even move forward for some of you, okay? So what I'm getting of the energy of the backstory, if it's not the literal story, the energy is this. You've been somebody who has overcome and surmounted grief and upset, a very, very strong, charismatic individual, okay? And I'm not trying to flatter you. This is the Strength card. It is the energy. It is what it is, okay? And 30 reduces to 3, and 3 is the Empress. So for some of you, you've overcome a lot in your life, and during the time where this scenario took place, you'd overcome a lot and you were willing to take a chance either on a new job, a new relationship, something new to expand beyond the known, to expand beyond the comfort, to go beyond your comfort zone and to trust and to try again, right? The thing that I'm getting is that someone presented themselves one way, but they were actually being very calculating, very strategic, and not emotionally available. There were steps going forward or consistent communication, but the thing is, I'm also seeing either gossip, storytelling, lying, third parties, possibly monkey branching and things like that, okay? So for some of you, this was somebody who was presenting themselves as available when they were not available, meaning not emotionally available, or single when they were not single, meaning they could have been in multiple relationships even. And here's the other story that I'm getting. For some of you, this person love bombed the absolute crap out of you, and their family got in on it, or their friends were covering for them, and, offering social proof off of a dirt bag, okay? So if that feels familiar, this is your reading. All right, we're going to see what's going on with the current karmic consequence off of this future faker or this situation, okay? So let's see what's going on with the current karmic consequence, like how this is playing out on them. Show me the current karmic consequence going on. Karmic consequence. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Well, you see it, misfortune. Some of them actually got caught in their own webs, their own lies, ushered in their own downfall, which I love to see it. Okay, wow. Don't worry, we're going to get tarot as well. Okay. This person could be going to the church, going to a spiritual center, getting counseling, getting healing and help or something like that. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to go with what I see right now. We will verify with tarot, okay? You know what my intuition is telling me? My intuition is actually telling me that after things went down with you, or very shortly after you, that this person tried to pivot and rebrand themselves as having a spiritual awakening. Okay? And they may have used that spiritual awakening to find new targets. I'm just gonna claim it how I see it. Okay. So far, what I'm seeing in the karmic consequence is this person has been caught or was caught in their own web of lies. This person may have actually stepped out on you, for some of you, trying to catch a bigger fish. And I'm not saying that to offend you. Please understand that I don't see it that way. But this person may be one of those types of people who, once they catch someone, they try to monkey branch to something else. This person probably thinks, like, after the love bomb wears off, they always think they can do better, right? They could have, like, anybody and think that they could do better or something. But this person either got caught out in their own lies or they got tangled up in their own BS, right? And this person may have indeed actually had a collapse, a dark night of the soul, trying to look at their own shadow and even try to pivot towards religion or spirituality, or, you know, both. Everyone has their own ways, right? But I think that they may have actually just respawned in a spiritual center and tried to find targets that way. But we're going to verify. I'm not going to go off the deep end. Show me the current consequence, please. Show me the current consequence. Current consequence of the karma. They're still a manipulator. Yeah, I do think that this person, okay. So that's temperance. That can be about trying to balance things out in your life. It does have a little bit of a spiritual, they could actually be traveling, because this is Sagittarius. They could be traveling or trying to extend their net beyond their front door, maybe even international, or like, you know, far away or something like that. This person could be traveling, potentially, or trying to remain balanced and, you know, turn over a new leaf. But here's the thing, they're still doing the fuckboy or fuckgirl supreme routine, okay? They're still constructing illusions, delusions, manipulations, machinations, whatever it is. I do think that it's possible this person's trying to stir up competitions between multiple parties to fight over them, potentially. They could actually even be trying to win people away from their significant person, okay? With the swords there, it could be through communication, like text messages, emails, phone calls, whatever the F, okay? What else? The karmic consequence is that essentially they haven't really changed. Like, I think what happened here is that they respawned into a new arena, because I think the people around them were not falling for their crap anymore. That's actually what I'm getting. 5 of Wands can sometimes be about like competition or bickering or fights, or like, it's not like anything necessarily dangerous, but it's like a bunch of people competing for the same thing, or just bickering and not really getting along very well. You know what I mean? So this person could have actually burned some bridges with some friends. They may have been caught out on what they were doing, and they tried to spin it, and where they could, they did try to use seduction and F-boy supreme or F-girl supreme vibes. And I do think that it is possible they extended their reach to a broader audience, like maybe even people that haven't even met them in person, okay? Or maybe they're traveling. So as a karmic consequence, I don't see them actually particularly changing. I see them actually trying to respawn. Let's see what's going on with the cosmic mirror, or with the divine justice. I'm going to use these really intuitive cards. Show me the divine justice or the cosmic mirror, please. Divine justice. How is this going? What's going on here? Okay, I'm getting 2 messages from this. No, 3 messages. Holy crap. Okay. Part of it is that they actually can't. Part of their divine justice is they can't forget you, but they also can't forget some other people that they harmed. Okay? So there are times when they can't forget. Part of the other divine justice that's going on is they try to make themselves forget, and they are somehow anesthetizing themselves using substances. Okay? The other thing with the divine justice is this person's not going to be allowed to get off the hook until they actually change their ways. This person, and I'm going to verify with tarot, but the message that I am strongly getting is this person's not going to be let off of the karmic hook until they actually take the things that they've done wrong and actually change and create new growth from this old crap that they've been doing. Okay? So this person is going to have to apologize to people, is going to have to make amends, okay, in order to balance some of this out. But they actually have to plant a new way of being and grow a whole new way of being. This person. And you know, it's challenging for people who've been practicing being a douche canoe for decades, like to have to, the only way that you can balance the book is to actually change. A lot of people just change targets. They just change victims. They don't actually change their behavior. This person kind of has to. They can't really numb themselves out. I'm getting this person's been eating their feelings for some of you. They've been using food to cope for some of you. Okay. Divine justice or cosmic mirror. Divine justice. Okay, so some of the people that they have relied upon to fall back on, to depend on the people who make them feel safe and secure, are actually drawing boundaries on this person and not being as helpful, not being as much of a safe place to land as they have been in the past. This person has been scrambling to figure out how to put things together in new and unique ways. For some of you, they are in fact actually drinking a lot. For some of you, they do create illusions where they pretend that they're very happy or make it look like they're very happy on social media. I do not think that they are. For some of you, this person is in a mental prison and they are not able to escape. There is, for some of you, and this could be you. This could be you. Depends on if you're a little bit older than this person and you also happen to be a spiritual seeker or a spiritual teacher or just very much more spiritually elevated to this person. I strongly think that there's a possibility that this is actually you. You're not communicating, you're not talking to them, you're inscrutable. Some of you have not even actually been posting on social media, or this person cannot read you at all, and they are actually spinning out internally and thinking about you a lot and can't get out of their own mental prison, and that is actually part of their divine justice. This person is trying to construct an appearance of being satisfied and being happy, and they could even be being very, very smug about it, but I don't think that they are actually a happy person. The Eight of Swords is not exactly the most joyful energy. It's someone who's looping thoughts over or in a prison of their own making. And what I'm getting is this person actually probably was living with relatives or living with somebody, and the people that they continue to fall back on are no longer supporting them in the same way. This person is having to figure out how to take ownership of their life in real time. So the group one is actually quite interesting. This person is being forced to kind of confront their behavior. I don't know for you guys how recent this is. For those of you where it is indeed recent, this has got them fast, actually. It's got them fast. For those of you where this happened in the deep past, this person is finally actually being forced to confront the ways that they treat other people, and they are not being as enabled as they were previously. Family members or friends or whoever it was that they always fell back to are getting fed up with this person, and they're trying to figure out who to monkey branch to next, or how to make themselves seem okay even though they're not okay. And there is somebody that they're heavily thinking about and torturing themselves, and it is possibly you. You're going to know for sure if you're that high priestess. Okay. All right. So your post-closure energy, let's have a look. Oh no. Show me the post-closure energy for group one. Post-closure energy for group one. So you're starting a new chapter of joy and happiness. Some of you have actually gotten into a new relationship, or you're open to it, or good news just keeps coming your way. Some of you could actually be writing a book or sharing your stories with people who can actually hear you. I'm getting a fresh start with you, actually. It's interesting, the flowers, and we had the flowers earlier. Show me the post-closure energy of group one. Post-closure energy of group one. Some of you have the options to choose between multiple love interests, or you are in relationships with multiple people, or you are embodying these energies. Let's apply this how this resonates. Okay, these can be aspects of yourself or aspects of one person that you're dealing with, or you could in fact actually be partnered with multiple people, however it resonates. But what I'm seeing with your post-closure energy, there is stability, there is security. Money should be looking good, or at the very least, like all of your needs are met. Home life is good. Your mood is good. You're not on an emotional roller coaster by any means. Like, your friendships are doing great. Your romantic relationships, those of you who are dating or open, this great equal give and take. Lots of passion, lots of physical attraction for those of you who partake in the physical pleasures. That should be going very well, by the way. Okay. Emotional fulfillment, love, emotional maturity, kindness, caring. Basically, you're coming up roses, okay? Happiness, new beginnings, new stories to tell, new stories to share, people to collaborate with, multiple love interests, or, you know, really great relationship with somebody who adds to your stability and your love, okay? All good things. You may have even had kids, or there's just a really nice flirtatious energy between you and your significant people in your life, okay? But ultimately, you've turned out all right, but it can be challenging when you're thinking about someone who betrayed you or hurt you. So I really hope that this reading gave you some closure as to this person. I just see them they're trying to continue using old strategies on new people, and it's actually not working anymore. So for those of you who want to go into the extended, I'm going to pop into there now. And what's going to be covered in the extended is I'm going to do the next chapter of their karma, their private realizations or regrets, how you're going to keep growing, and so much more. Okay, so I'm going to pop into there now. For those of you who are just sticking with this initial reading, thank you so much for your time and attention, and I'm wishing you so much happiness and closure off of this situation. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, group 2. Welcome into your reading. We're going to see what is the karma for the person who harmed you. Okay, what is their karma for how they treated you? First, we're going to lock into the energy of the backstory so you can verify that you are in the right place. You may get some clarity as to some of the dynamics in this situation, even though you may have lived through it. Okay, so let's set the intention. They get the news that you can use for your best and highest empowerment. For those of you who get value from this particular reading, there will be an extended. Group number 1 ran 25 minutes, so be advised you will be going through at least 20 minutes in your reading in the extended, okay? And in the reading, you will get all 3 readings for one price, okay? All 3 readings for one price, and you can save it and watch it as many times as you want. Okay, so let's look at their karma for how they treated you, the energy and the backstory, please, so we can lock in and know we're in the right place. Show me group 2's backstory with the karmic. A lot of what was going on in this dynamic was happening almost like behind the scenes, behind the surface. You may not have even seen anything directly, like specific moves, but you just may have had a feeling, or things could have been happening underneath you or behind you that you eventually ended up finding out. The whole situation may have not been purely negative. There may have been certain lessons, and you may even feel gratitude for some of those lessons. But overall, it was a very painful experience, most likely. And since it has ended, you've tried to find, I guess the silver lining is the word that I'm groping for here. We are going to get some additional cards to clarify the situation, the energy of, or the backstory of what happened with this karmic situation, please, this karmic person. Okay, show me more. I'm getting that there was a betrayal, possibly with your best friend. Okay, something could have been revealed in text messages or other forms of messaging, or a story was told. It could have been a fabrication. There could have been a liar or a deceitful or distrustful someone you don't trust, okay? It could have had something to do with a best friend or somebody that you thought was loyal to you. And all this could have been happening underneath your nose or behind you, okay? With the letter, we're getting messages, communication, storytelling, or lies, okay? Especially when it's with that snake. The person could have been born in the year of the snake as well, or a life path 7, 9, or 9. Yeah, 9 twice, okay? Okay, this could have been somebody also that you were building with, because 22 is two parties trying to build something. It goes to 4, okay? So you could have been living with someone or in a committed relationship and then found out that there was a betrayal. It did not have to be a romantic betrayal. It could have been any kind of betrayal, okay? So apply it how it resonates in your unique situation. But I get the sense that there was a lot of trust and you didn't see this coming, okay? So show me the energy of the backstory and what went down in this dynamic. Just clear and honest messages, please. Yeah, information was brought to light. There that is with that friend card again. Possibly a Pisces. This is also that energy of slowness or stagnation or yin energy, which is mirroring this. Okay. You could have been on a break with someone and found out they were moving funny with your best friend. Things could have been happening behind the surface that came to light, rather. You may have seen text messages or learned something. It could have also been through searching through social media. You may have also read a book and then learned something, and it like clicked something in your mind, and you started seeing your situation in a different way and realized that some weird shit was going on. Also, you could have been living at a distance to somebody and assumed that the relationship was progressing forward, but it was like things were being delayed, and you thought it was for other logistical reasons, but it could have been because this person was dallying with others, okay, and making it look like they were stuck in a situation in some capacity, right? But they could have been cultivating other connections, trying to figure out how things were going to fit together, right? And you could have walked away from this situation. Okay. This person could have also moved out from underneath you to go towards someone who could have even been a mutual friend or a family member of yours. If that's the case, I'm very, very sorry. But this person could have been cultivating other options and made it seem like they were delayed for other reasons. Okay. This person could have also been the type of person who told you, don't worry, they're just my friend. And it was like not just friendship. Okay. They were juggling. Okay. So if that feels familiar, either because of the details or simply because the energy is resonant in multiple ways, then you know you're in the right place, okay? So now we're going to look at the current karmic consequence, which is going down in this situation for this person. Sorry. Show me the current karmic consequence, please. What the heck? They may have lost connection to somebody that they support, that they, with that house, okay, somebody that they were living with. The reason why I'm saying that is because this has been chopped down to like almost nothing, and this was something that could have been very stable and secure, and we have the house there. So they could have been living with someone, and maybe they found out something, they got wise to a situation, maybe even about you, okay? And so this person with their current karmic consequence is other people figuring out, potentially someone that they lived with, shared a place with, and something was cut down, right? This person might have to start from square one because they might have lost something like a connection or a place to be or something like that. Apply that if that seems about right. Okay, we're going to keep going though. Current karmic consequence. This feels like it was divine intervention for you to figure out this information because you were about to build or continue building a relationship or a dynamic with somebody that was, you know, they were not being above board or fair. Okay, so part of their karmic consequence is actually not being able to fool you, and it was like the hand of fate. It came in and made this happen. I guess your angels were stronger than their, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like your positivity or your positive karma was stronger than the games they were trying to play or whatever it was. Okay, let's look some more though. Current karmic consequence. Let's just get some clarity and verify here. But with that fate, it does seem like information came to light. Okay, current karmic consequence. Current karmic consequence. What the heck? We had the Eight of Cups earlier, which was Scorpio energy. I'm not sure if this person is a Scorpio. There's like a total ending. A total need to start completely over. Okay? Even at the level of the mind and how they see shit, this person, their current karmic consequence. Okay, so here's the thing. They might actually be in some form of relationship, but it is not going well. The other party could be evaluating their other options, and they could be sleeping in separate beds to one another. Okay. So those of you who know this person is in a committed relationship, it is actually not going well. That the partner could be looking at other options, or this person, the snake, could be looking at other options, but they are not sleeping in the same bed. There is estrangement. There is an ending kind of here. They could be living together and putting on a show, but it's not really giving united behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? This person, it's funny because some of it feels a tiny bit similar in the details to group one, but the energy and emotion feels a little bit different. Are some of you in a commitment? Did this person feel that they would always have you in their back pocket and they could come back to you at any time? Okay, because it could be giving string along a little bit. This person could have kept you as a friend while leading you on for a while. Maybe they found out that you are actually in a new relationship. Now all they can do is give it to God because they know it's totally done. So for some of you, that could actually be the current karmic consequence of this snake in the grass, being with friends, moving real fucking slow, all the movement happening behind the scenes, hiding stuff, you know what I'm saying? So like, it could be that they lost a partner, or it could be that they lost connection to you because you got wise to what was going on with them. Okay, so apply which of those dynamics is true in your scenario, okay? All right, so what is the divine justice or the cosmic mirror? I'm going to get these wonderful, very intuitive cards. Okay, show me the divine justice that's being served here. The divine justice which is being served, please. Clear and honest messages. What is it? For group two's person. Being lost or lost something. Okay, that's funny. This person feels like they've lost something. They're in a maze of their own creation. They can't figure out how to get out. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this person feels trapped, stuck. They could be actually even having nightmares of losing something and running around trying to get it back, and they can't. And every time they think they're advancing, another wall falls in front of them and they have to go around that. Okay. Wow. This person is haunted by the thoughts of the things that they have lost. Let's get clarity and figure out the divine justice or the cosmic mirror which is playing out in this person's life, please. The divine justice. Okay. Wow. Okay. I think this person's actually trying to force themselves to move on. They're telling themselves to move on. They're trying to, I wonder if some of them are trying to like proposition themselves as some sort of intellectual authority in some sort of field. It could be, but they could also be just trying to go in a new direction, trying to move forward, trying to get their mind right. Okay. Divine justice and the cosmic mirror. There are two ways to read this, and I do think they're both equally true. Okay, group two. So the first scenario is that the divine justice which is being served in this person's life, they know that access to you is actually completely done. Completely done. It's lost and it's not coming back. With that world card, that is fixed sign energy. It takes a minute to complete, but when it's done, it's like you're ready to emerge. It also is potentially living at a really big distance, maybe even in different countries. It can also be the energy of someone searching the whole world and not being able to find the equivalent of a specific person, okay? So apply what you know of how this person expressed themselves to you in the past. This person is feeling like it is done, that you are emerging, that you've gone in a different direction. Some of you have even relocated up to that point. This person feels defensive. They feel like their back is against the wall. They feel that they lost someone very meaningful, especially emotionally meaningful and very beautiful, like the essence of actual beauty. So for some of you, this person is actually lamenting. They are not thrilled with how they treated you. Now they're seeing that you were very emotionally available, very kind, very sweet. Some of you were really very fucking supportive in this person. This person may have blown their chance with you. They may have actually been manipulated in some capacity. Listen, I'm not trying to feel all sorry for this person at all. I really am not, because if you're hurt, I'm on your side. You're here, you need closure, I'm here for you, like for real. But this person, it could be someone that is not really discerning and can't recognize what's good for them and what's not good for them. So this person could have been led astray in some capacity, or had their insecurities exploited and used against them in some cases. And this person is trying to figure out what's true for them, and they're trying to move on. But in a lot of ways, I do think this person actually torments themselves about you. Now, another way that divine justice could be being served, those of them who are in a committed relationship, is not going well. This person's feeling defensive. This person is feeling overwhelmed. The relationship could be ending or have ended, and it's like they're replaying the same thing that happened with you in this current relationship of loss. It's like this person is addicted to losing good people. Or they're addicted to recreating some sort of sense of loss. This person could be a bit of an emotional masochist. Ultimately, they're not in a great place. Their one-to-one relationship, if they're committed, is not going well. They could be sleeping in separate beds, defensive, not trusting each other. It's over. They're trying to put up some sort of front for the purpose of looking okay on paper, but it's not good. This person is also replaying thoughts about you, feeling really bad. They fumbled the shot. They felt like you're a good person. And they might not be able to come back to you, like literally at all. Okay. All right, let's look at your post-closure energy. Wow. Show me the post-closure energy. This is a pretty depressing energy. Show me the post-closure energy. You are ready for new beginnings. You're ready for good news. You are ready to start over. You're ready for fresh energy. You've been cutting this energy out. You've been moving on. This person feels it, to be honest with you. This person feels you moving on. This person feels you doing cord cutting. This person feels that it's done. You are focusing on the things that make you happy. Okay. New for group 2. Post-closure energy, please. Post-closure energy, having fun with friends, celebrating. Yeah, done. Some of you are a little bit wary when it comes to other people, and, just exasperated and bored with how people behave and patterns such as this, okay? And you're focusing on celebrations, you're focusing on happiness. But some of you may be actually thinking about this person and just like kind of going through it and wondering if you will ever be able to trust again. Some of you let this person in your inner sanctum, into your heart, and you felt like you were betrayed. You felt like they ran off and they just left you there being hurt. But your friendships and your ability to connect to other people has not fully been diminished at all, actually. Your ability to have a good time, to transmute the energy, is still there in spite of those moments when you feel done, over it, like you wouldn't go back to this situation for anything, but still bummed that it actually played out like that, because I think you had good intentions towards this person. But your friends will help you. Your joy will keep you going forward. Your creativity and your collaborations will keep you going forward. I think that you are actually in the process, at the very least, of letting this particular pattern go, and I do not foresee you going back to another situation remotely anything like this. I think it's done. I think you've analyzed a lot of it. Some of you were journaling furiously about this, and you're just taking your sweet time when it comes to getting close to other people. Definitely ready for new beginnings, but they have to be new. Anytime you smell a whiff of any kind of weird shit, group 2's out of there. Okay. All right. So I would love to know how this reading resonated for you. You can tell me in the comments. Those of you who want to continue the story, I'm going to pop into the extended now. And in the extended, we're going to do the next chapter of this person's karma, what their private realizations and regrets are, how you're going to continue growing, and so much more, okay? So be advised that's going to be at least 20 minutes. Group 1 was 25 minutes, okay? So I be talking, so brace yourself. I'll see you in there. Welcome into your reading. We are going to see what is their karma for how they treated you. First, I'm going to tap into the energy of the backstory. This will give you some clarity on some of the aspects that you might have not been consciously aware of, but it will actually affirm to you that you're definitely in the right place, okay? And for those of you who feel drawn to this reading and you want more information, there is an extended, you'll get all 3 readings in their complete and total entirety for one low price, but be advised it's going to be like between 20 and 25 minutes, okay, for the extended I be token. All right, so what is their karma for how they treated group 3? Show me the energy of the backstory so we can lock in and make sure that we're in the right place. Show me the energy of the backstory and what this person did. Person or people. Okay, we're getting the thinking woman. This person could be very intellectual. They could be the type of person to think their feelings. This could have been someone who was a mentor or a guide to you. For example, you could have gone to this person for advice. Let's just verify though, okay? So show me some more about the energy of the backstory and what they did. What is the energy of the backstory? What was the energy of the backstory and what did this person do? Full disclosure, I tried to do this reading one other time and the energy was quite strange. So bear with me, okay? All right, so what is this? This could be a family member. This could be someone that you've known for a long time, someone that you've been connected to, somebody that you felt a potential to grow with, especially financially. This person may have given you really good advice or guidance, or you felt like you could really grow with this person. I do get this person could have been very sharp. They could have been more intellectual than emotional, but you may have felt that there was a heart-based connection here, okay? But they could have been up in their head in some capacity. This could have had some of, okay, the nature of the karmic scenario where you might want justice as a result of how this person treated you could have been about family issues. It could have been about financial stuff, okay? So there could have been some sort of financial betrayal. There could have been a business betrayal in some capacity. But I'm seeing that this connection was set to sort of be a new beginning for you, honestly, especially with stability, security, or financial potential. Now, let's get into tarot and see, okay? Show me the energy of this backstory of what went down and what did they do, please. Clear and honest messages so group 3 knows they're in the right place. What'd they do, please? Clear and honest messages. What was this about? What did they do? See, this reading is very subtle. The energy is strange. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Magician. You could have seen this person as potentially manipulative. Could have been. They could be younger than you or look younger than their age. And again, they're showing up in Queen of Swords. For some of you, this is a feminine. For others of you, this person is just very logical, maybe even a little bit harsh. They tend to abstract their emotions into their mind. They think their feelings, this person, okay? This person could actually be younger, or children could be aspected, or this person could owe you an apology, or maybe they came back with an apology and then the betrayal still occurred, okay? Apply it how it resonates. All right, the energy of the backstory. What did this person do? You know, it's funny. I'm getting like travel, moving forward, trying to come towards each other. I'm getting that this person was thinking a lot about you and you could have been thinking a lot about them. But it's like you can't really read who the F this person is. This person may have really owed you an apology. Basically, all I'm getting is this person could have been manipulative. Again, the energy is very subtle so far, group 3. This person could have been manipulative. They could have used logic where emotions were necessary. This person could have hurt you and not apologized. They could have betrayed you financially and not apologized. They could have just tried to make it seem like they had the higher ground, that they knew more than you, and that when you were emotional that you shouldn't be so emotional. Like, I'm getting the word gaslight. I just have to be honest. This person could have gotten in the way of something that you were trying to materialize in your personal life as well. You could have been going for a job opportunity or a business opportunity. This person could have straight up sabotaged you because they thought they knew better than you and they thought that they had some sort of insight that you didn't have. And they could have gotten in your damn way and stopped your progress somehow, okay? What the hell? You're going to have to let me know in the comments, please. This one is even their energy is very freaking subtle. It's very subtle. It's like air. It's like hard to grab. I am just getting some sort of financial betrayal or some sort of creating a new life forward betrayal. And this person being, when they were supposed to be emotional, when they were supposed to apologize, they gave you just straight up logic or what they call facts, and they gave you no emotions. This person could have been harsh with you in some capacity, or like got in the way of you getting something that you wanted. Okay. Let's just look. We're going to see what is the current consequence of what went down in this situation. Show me, what is the current karmic consequence that this person that group 3 was dealing with is going through. Show me the current karmic consequence, please. Current karmic consequence. Current karmic consequence. Okay, this is interesting. I'm getting a definite story here. This person, this person could have been married to somebody else, actually. This for group 3, this could have been a friend or an advisor or a mentor of some sort, okay, for some of you. For those of you where it's a love option, you're just going to have to apply that. But what I'm getting is actually whatever went down between you and this person, it's impacting their committed relationship. It is also accelerating their own karmic debt that they got from their own lineage that has nothing to do with you. Something about the fight that went down between the two of you caused this person to realize that they are not as put together as they thought they were, and some of the heaviness of the burdens of their own family lineage have come back to just sit on their shoulders like a motherfucker, okay? This person is someone who's trying to be very strategic, very planned, trying to move forward on their own ambitions. They could be starting a business or be writing or doing something. They think they have some sort of plan. They're trying to see it into reality, okay? But the thing is, what has been going on as a result of how they treated you in some capacity, I really think they tried to sabotage you or stop you from doing something that was for your greater good, something you were trying to manifest, or something went down between the two of you and this person did not treat you well. Okay, they were not emotionally available, and it's impacting them. It's impacting them in their own success moving forward, actually. It's bringing their old karmic shit from their own past and their family lineages. The chickens are coming home to roost, actually. If they are married, their own marriage is not going well. Something that ruptured with you, if they spoke to their spouse about it, the spouse is more inclined to take your side. To take your side, sorry. All right, show me more about the karmic consequence. This is a very unique one. Karmic consequence, please. Karmic consequence, please. So you see this person, okay, now we have emotions cards. This person, it's a lot of thoughts, and I'm not necessarily they're the thinking woman, right? But they're not necessarily logical. I don't know why I'm getting that. Because it's not logical when you owe someone an apology to give them some sort of excuse or to abstract it away somehow. Like, the logical thing when it's an emotional situation is to meet it with emotions. So I think that's why I'm kind of like, what's up with this person? This person's trying to create a new financial, like a business or an opportunity. They're trying to get their finances ordered, but it's taking a hot minute on this person. This person is stuck. They're stuck. Things are not moving in their life very well. Okay, so here's the thing. These two energies are definitely not harmonious, okay? The current karmic consequence, they are not feeling as deeply emotionally fulfilled as they could, okay? And that's because of these two. Their heart is guarded, and their heart could be breaking or already hurt. They could be replaying scenarios of betrayal, heartbreak, and loss inside of their own mind and breaking their own heart even more. This person's communication is also breaking down as well, okay? This person is blocking their own heart chakra. They are trying to listen to their own intuition and figure out how to communicate, but there's a possibility, and I really honestly think that this is the case because we had that union card before. Their communication is breaking down in their relationship. This person likes to present the front in terms of their union, their committed relationship, that they are very, very happy. Okay, but look at her, she's by herself. She's in that deep well of love by herself. This person is not happy in their marriage. This person is not fulfilled in their marriage. They're happy when they are alone. The communication is not going well with their spouse, furthermore. And I honestly don't think the spouse is happy with this person. I think this person is too analytical or too rigid for the spouse. I think the spouse is not happy. I think the spouse took your side. I'm just going to be honest. This is wild. You're going to have to spill your guts in the comments because I want to know. So the cracks in their relationship are beginning to show, certainly. And neither one of them are happy. This thinking woman, for all that thinking they do, nothing is productive about it. They keep replaying the same stupid scenarios from their deep past instead of resolving it. It's not even productive. It's not even productive. And that's why when it was time to show up for you, they couldn't even show up for you. Because this person has back, it wasn't even about you, I swear to you. It did hurt, and I can acknowledge that. It always hurts, and if you're in a karmic reading, it's because they did you dirty, and I'm very sorry about that. But I'm 100% positive it had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with this person's baggage. Okay? This person's a hot mess express. Let's see what's going on with the divine justice and the cosmic mirror up on this person. Show me the divine justice of this person, please. Clear and honest messages. Show me the divine justice, please. Oh my God, what is this? I don't like it at all. It's those nightmares of having to find a bathroom, isn't it? Yep, unable to find the bathroom. Oh my God, I hate those dreams. This person can't get relief. Okay, they can't get relief. They can't let it go. And it's not just about you. It's actually about, I think this person did not have a happy early life experience, which I'm not saying to excuse their behavior because they are responsible for their behavior. But I think what went down with you has made everything that they have not overcome very obvious. Okay. And it's even impacting their functioning in their significant relationships with others. Like the cracks are beginning to show. The forced functioning is no longer working. And this person's not even getting rest when they're asleep. They cannot relieve themselves. They can't find a place to handle up on their business. Okay? It's like, have you ever had those nightmares of trying to find a bathroom and you keep getting lost, and then even when you find the bathroom, there's no doors, and then like everybody's up in there and you're like, I really do not want to do this in front of y'all. And then you wake up because you're so stressed out. It's like that. This person's waking up at 3 a.m. and they think of you and they're upset. And then they think of everything else that happened and they're upset. This person's emotionally unavailable AF. Okay. And they're emotionally unavailable to themselves, straight up to themselves. They don't want to even feel or think these thoughts or feelings, okay? Show me what's the cosmic mirror off of this person, please. Divine justice off of this person. Divine justice. Divine justice off of this person. Divine justice off of this person. They could be a life path 7. Yo, I don't like that. I do not like that. I hate that. We have the boundaries card, but it can also be defensive when it's intensified by something like the 7 of Swords, which is a deceptive card, okay? It can also be strategy on the higher side. So on the most positive potential iteration of this person is guarding their boundaries and being strategic, and somehow it has something to do with their romantic partner or their collaborative partners. But what's up with this? Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Okay. Their spouse might be stepping out on them, or they could be stepping out on their spouse, or I mean, this person could be a writer and they could be trying to like think about romantic topics as well. I mean, it could be that, but I'm not getting a positive feeling about this. Okay, so there's defensiveness and there is withholding within the relationship. There is strategy all the way up to straight up deception. I think it is possible that this person's spouse is actually stepping out on them, whether or not they know this, or they could be stepping out, or it could be mutual. I think temptation is possible in this situation. They could be seeking comfort, inspiration, love, and stability elsewhere. So apply what you know of their situation. But I can tell you, if it's not cheating, there is a rift in the marriage. Whoever that was, where they seemed like they had fulfillment, the person who hurt you, the thinking woman, is finding happiness within themselves, not within the relationship. There is deception. There is withholding. There is boundary holding. The relationship is not going as well. And I honestly have to call it as I see it. I think the significant other is stepping out. Okay. That's what that looks like to me. All right. Let's see what your post-closure energy is. Show me the post-closure energy. Post-closure energy. What is this? Is the thinking woman a writer by any chance? Maybe you are. Okay. Your stability, your security is aspected here. Your joy, your happiness is aspected here. Pleasure, passion, groundedness, a sense of self. Guarding who you tell your truth to, especially your next steps and your strategy. Okay. Some of you are actually writing. This other person could have been a writer as well. That might be why you know each other. You could also be going towards someone and giving and receiving beautiful stories as a form of intimacy and relationship growing. Let's look with tarot. Show me the post-closure energy of group 3, please. Post-closure energy. Yeah, you're starting new. Ooh, group 3. Group 3. A Pisces could be aspected in your situation. You are done dragging people who are uninspired and uninspiring through life. For a while, things may have felt stuck or stagnant, but it was because you needed new information. You could be forming new friendships and new alliances and celebrating with others. People who you don't feel like you have to drag to a higher timeline. Some of your joy and your happiness is happening through your social network, through your friendships, through celebrating, through having a good time. Some of you are radiating with a different kind of frequency since you've gotten away from the thinking woman. You could be feeling yourself, okay, wearing your hair differently, dressing differently, feeling confident and really radiating and shining very brightly. Some of you are really being very creative in terms of your business and in terms of your work. Some of you have actually, in fact, started doing some creative business or being a consultant or started a new job or starting a new business or just leaping into a new direction, and you're planting all the seeds and you're reaping the benefits of the life that you've been creating since you dealt with that thinking woman. You're ready to go in a new direction. I do think, honestly, since you were dealing with this thinking woman, the details surrounding y'all's fallout was a little ambiguous. But what I'm getting is that, you know, you may have felt like that person was draining your joy. You may have felt that they were slowing things down in your life. They could have been throwing obstacles in your path or giving you bad advice or trying to control your outcomes or getting in the way of your manifestations or something like that, okay? And what's going on now is like you're willing to burn down any timeline that doesn't suit you anymore. You're not willing to compromise your joy and your happiness for friendship or to be surrounded. You'd rather be alone than poorly surrounded. I think that you're finding a lot of value, mileage, and worth in terms of your creativity, in terms of your work. You can be very, very inspired. You could be putting in a lot of work. Even like you could be at the gym, on your projects, on your passions, finding new excitement through how you express yourself through clothes, how you move, how you dance, who you talk to, what you do. I'm getting more and more passion coming through from you because you're dropping off leeches and vampires. Okay? And that thinking woman may not, for some of y'all, that person was just a dirty dog, but for others of you, that person may not have even meant to be a drain or a leech, but they were. And since you got free from that situation, it's like things are starting to move in your life, okay? And that's all you got to do. You are stable and secure within yourself, and movement is being dictated by you, okay? You're not having anyone else pull your strings or drain your energy by the looks of it. Okay, group 3. I would love to know how this reading resonated with you. I would love to know what your relationship to the thinking woman actually was. The energy was kind of subtle. That person did not have a very strong energy. What I really got was their significant other, of all things. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pop into the extended, and I'm going to see the next chapter of this person's karma, their private realizations and regrets, how you're going to continue growing and so much more. Okay, now be advised, the extended is like between 20 and 25 minutes. I think group 1 and group 2 were 25 minutes because I do not shut up, okay? I will see you in there.